Oh, hey guys, Joyfield Gamer here, and today we are doing part 5 of What If Izuku was in Persona 5. Haha. But anyways, today we are going to start the What If. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys still want me to continue this What If, just tell me in the comments. But anyways, let's continue. Last time, when we last left off, Izuku and of course the gang went their separate ways for a momentarily. And pretty much, Izuku went to the hospital to meet his friends that are sadly sick. Well, quote unquote sick. They're mostly in a coma, and they haven't woken up in about three or 4 months or so. So, of course, but one of them is awake. It's just that they're more like a vegetable, really. They can't respond. They of course can move, but it's more like a, how do you say, emotionless. There it is. Mainly emotionless. They don't speak, they don't show any emotion. It's like they're in nothing but a husk. And Izuku talked to the doctor and made some remarks about he was like like Dr. Frankenstein in a castle and trying to create monsters or something. With, of course, the doctor was did kind of like freeze up a bit with, oops, sorry about the picture. With Izuku, of course, did noticing that. With Ren on, and of course, Ren, was it, sorry, wait, no, not Sanji. For some reason I thought it was Sanji. I'm like, no, it's not. Wait, hold up. It was Ryuji, my bad. I meant to say Ryuji. Of course, all of them doing the same thing as canon for Kamoshida. All of them, of course, making out plans on how to go against him. Of course, everything is canon. With Izuku off doing his own thing. And basically, he learned something that no one will ever be able to get out of their mind, no matter how hard they try to forget it. Something that can scar even the most mentally strongest heroes. But anyways, let's continue. Well, of course, Izuku being inside a castle, all the walls with bricks, and the hall wide and big hallway with cells, each one containing people, some even skeletons. Izuku shocks him. What the? How the? Wait a minute. Instantly, he took out the phone and it says, "Mad Scientist, Frankenstein's Castle." And Izuku's like, "Dear God." And he's like, "Please don't tell me what I think this is." Instantly, Izuku starts running off towards the front, trying to escape. Of course, along the way, avoiding shadows and sneakily going one direction. He's like, "Oh my God." And he sees a giant photo of a man with a mask, with the doctor, with pretty much the doctor right next to him. And for some reason, some random guy with like bluish hair, almost looking like fire, and basically his eyes look dead, like on a table for experimenting on. Izuku saying, "Holy shit." Shocked and extremely, and also kind of traumatized on seeing such a picture. It was like displaying a piece of art. And Izuku doesn't know why, but in his stomach, it's like he wanted to puke, but his meant something in him said, "Not now. We need to look for something." But anyways, sorry, wait. With then, of course, Izuku walking around with each person saying, "God, please help." Pretty much like going around and, of course, avoiding shadows while hearing people's in their cells saying, "God, please help me. God, please help me." And pretty much some praying, some saying, "This is the end. What is this hell? Where am I? Mom, Dad." Everyone praying, some even saying, crying out about for their moms and dads. some even regretting their life choices, and some even begging God for a way to leave or escape. And then Izuku comes up to a door, pretty big, massive door with a lock in front of it. He's saying, what's this? And Izuku's confusing. Where am I supposed to? He looks around for any key or anything, and then he notices something, a loose brick, and he just pushes it forward. And it looks like there's a secret entrance for something. He goes through it, and instantly, behind him, it closes. With Izuku just on guard, and he brings out the pistol, and he just slowly walks forward, while looking around. No sound besides the wind and his own footsteps. And then, a few minutes later, while nothing happened, Izuku let his guard down a little, but then instantly he heard a groan, "Ugh." Izuku turns around and he was gonna aim at where he heard it from, but nothing there. Again, he heard a groan. Like the person was saying something, but Izuku wasn't able to hear it or understand it. With then, of course, the only thing he could hear from the person, which sounds like a man, saying, "Are you here to torture me, you crazy bastard?" Of course, instantly a light shone. With then, instantly Izuku turns around and is shocked. He sees a man, the same man he saw in the picture, that will look like a portrait. Izuku said, "What? Huh?" With the man saying, "Now get on with it. When am I gonna be free? When am I going to..." And when he looked up, he saw someone else. Instead of the same old crazy man torturing him constantly, he sees a kid that looks like a cap with a school uniform and a gun with green hair and emerald eyes. And he just thinks this is some kind of mirage sent by him to torture him emotionally and physically, saying, "Stop with your mind games, Doctor. You already murdered me all you want. You can kill me all you want, but please stop with all the souls you are killing, torturing. Stop it." Izuku shocks. "What?" With him saying, "I know you're not real, but you gotta go. Please. Just leave this place. Just go." Of course, with the man just feeling hopeless. Everything doesn't matter, with stitches everywhere almost everywhere in his body. And so much cuts. The only thing Izuku can think is keep on going towards him. The man thinking, "What a stubborn brat." With, of course, Izuku looks up to him saying, "Who are you?" The man saying, "Me? Pfft, why would that matter anymore? I'm just a ghost of my own past. There's no way escaping here." With Izuku saying, "No, there is, and I'm getting you out of here." Instantly, Izuku just pretty much is able to unstrap the guy and unlock him. With the guy saying, "Wait a minute. You're not like the others." Izuku confusing, "What do you mean?" With the man saying, "Anyone who tries to touch these locks and tries to unwrap me gets cut into pieces. Worse, they become one of those freaks. Those weird shadow things. I don't know what to call them, but anyone who touches those goddamn races, they turn into those freaks and cut into chunks of meat. And basically, the guy is going to, like, through PTSD of just experiencing through all of that. Izuku just puts his hand on his shoulder and saying, "Don't worry, I'm helping you get out of here." With the guy saying, "How? There's no way for me to get out of here." Izuku saying, "Nothing's impossible. Trust me, I'm the definition of not giving up." With, of course, Izuku grabbing the guy's arm and running. But then, for some reason, an alarm bellowed out. Instantly, the whole room lit up. The thing is, that wasn't the only thing that was there. It looked like a surgical room. You know, like, where all the doctors and nurses do surgeries on patients that, like, have, like, internal, like, problems. Then the doctor appears. The doctor does look the same in a weird way for some reason. But instead of just a regular coat for, like, doctors and stuff, it's like a lab coat that's covered in blood. The pockets are filled with instruments that are supposed to be for surgery and stuff. And the doctor is in the window, just looking over where the operation's supposed to be, with shadows of people, used to be people, with, like, scars above their chests, some on their heads, some going across their foreheads as they were surgically removed brains. Hell, some even don't have legs nor arms either. And one even looks like they don't even have eyes. Izuku is disgusted by this scene. Doesn't know what the hell's going on. With then basically the guy saying, "You have to go. If he catches you, you won't be able to leave. This place is hell." With Izuku saying, "Shut up. I'm getting you out of here. And every other damn person, if it's the last thing I do." With the doctor just like doing a slow clap, like, with the man saying, "Oh, my boy, Izuku." And pretty much, of course, the doctor just says, "You shouldn't have intervened." And Kurogiri said that you were a smart child. I was hoping for the best. That you've never seen such a travesty. But you're just a figment of my imagination, and I know this so very much. And the thing is, I think I got a bit of a soft spot for you. For you being such a heroic lad after everything I've done to you. Izuku confusing. What? With the doctor just laughing, saying, "Oh yes, how could I forget? I asked the master to use his quirk. That your quirk was taken." Izuku shocks. What? With Izuku saying, "I was never quirkless?" With then the doctor saying, "Oh, why, of course, my boy. You have an interesting quirk indeed. So I asked the master to make you and your mother forget a quirk ever existed." Hell, I asked the, I even asked the master if he can go back in time, which sadly he cannot. Of course, it saddened me, since I wasn't able to make experiments on you. Izuku just shuddered, with not fear, not annoyance or fright or anything. The only thing he can do was glare at the doctor with pure hatred in his eyes. Then the doctor says, "But after I seen what you've gone through, I was so delighted." Izuku confused him. "Why so?" The doctor saying, "I was hoping for your spirit to break, your will for living to be gone. Hell, maybe even take the advice that your friend so so kindly suggested for you to take. But no. And why? I don't know why you had the will to keep going. I don't know why you had the will to keep moving forward after so much pain has been made for you. Hell, even I kind of even I kind of joined in subtle ways." Something in Izuku was starting to, like, Izuku's gears were turning, trying to figure out what he means, not knowing what is happening. With Izuku saying, "What do you mean?" With, of course, the doctor saying, "Remember that one incident that one of the students did to one of your friends, and also influence another to make them betray you? I did that. I made them this way." With Izuku saying, "You blackmailed them?" With the doctor laughing, like, madly, saying, "Oh boy, boy, boy. You've got it all wrong. I didn't I didn't make them that way. I didn't blackmail or I forgot the word, but bargain, or I forgot the other word. But basically yeah, you know what I mean." But the doctor says, "I created them this way. They are nothing but clones of the original. They have died long ago." With Izuku saying, "What? Your friends are nothing but clones. They're nothing. They are slowly dying because those bodies cannot hold on to it much longer." Izuku shocked. You're telling me that every single friend you have with you isn't real?" Of course, it's like it's like everything around him froze. Everything felt cold. Everything felt and looked dark, red, hot, cold. So many feelings, so many emotions. His memories of his friends, them going to an amusement park, them going to see some shows, going through, like, a concert, everything you can think of that friends go through, turning out to be all lies. The thing is, he even fell in love with one of them too, with then Izuku falling to his knees saying, "Oh." The doctor just laughing, seeing the amount, loving the amount of being devastated, and also just hearing this makes him feel despair. The doctor relishing the feeling that he's seeing in in the face of the young man. With then a hand behind Izuku, of course, being on his shoulder. Sorry. Izuku looks back, and he sees a ghost of his friends, with him saying, Izuku, with of course one of them saying, Izuku, don't worry about it. We may not have been, we may have been clones, but the time we spent it with you was all worth it. Then the girl that he fell for says, "Come on, Zuzu. I I thought I never knew that you can make such a face. What happened to the headstrong and never giving up motto, huh?" With then another one that has heavy footsteps. The guy saying, "Come on, Izuku. I know you're stronger than that." With a smile on his warm smile on his face, saying, "You're the guy to never give up and always show truth and justice." What happened to the guy that always try to do the right thing no matter the consequences, huh? With Izuku just looking at them saying, "But it doesn't matter. Everything's doesn't matter. Everything was a lie." But then another hand grabbed him from the shoulders, and instead of his friends, it was the guy he just freed. With, of course, the man says, "Look, kid, these spirits are real, and what I'm about to tell you, you should always take to heart." Izuku, of course, still not just looks at him, but then looks away. And of course, instinctively listening, though. The man says, "You may be hurt for thinking that everything you spent with each other is just fake. Everything felt short. A life, a life you lived. The happiness, you think everything was for naught. You may even feel lost if it was even true friendship that you ever had. But tell me this, the way you met them, the way you experienced joy, happiness, sadness, anger, depression, sympathy, pity, was it all fake? Did you not feel a single emotion when you were with them? Or did things become brighter anytime you enjoyed each other's company, laughed with each other, joked around with each other? Even some falling for each other. Even though they may be clones, that doesn't mean the bond that you had with them are not real. You may have not met the actual people that were from the clones, but you have made a bond with them." With Izuku looking at the man, saying, "You're right." And of course looks up. And then he looks at the wall, then he sees a sword that catches his eye. He walks towards it. Of course, some reason there isn't any shadows present there. With, of course, the doctor saying, I like to see a fair fight here. Nothing, and I'm not a bad sport. I do show cases of sportsmanship, and I thought that maybe you would like this to have some fun with, and to entertain myself as well. And of course, it's the longsword that I showed you. Wait, hold up. With Izuku grabbing it, instantly, it turned into this type of sword. And Izuku looks at it. It's like, for some reason, he doesn't know why, but he feels kind of like, what's the word? I forgot the word, but it's like, it's in the tip of my tongue. It's like there, right there. Not, it's like, wait, sorry. He has a sense of familiarity to it. Not just because of how the sword looks, but the feeling of it. The way it perfectly fitted him, and the way it felt, Izuku couldn't help but just smile. And for some reason, that kind of confused him. Even in such a feeling like this, seeing the man just next to him, with shadows surrounding them, Izuku just looked at the sword, and in response, and in a way that it looked like the sword was responding, as it's saying it was ready. It's like the artificial moonlight glint, lit, almost like shined off the sword, as if it was saying, "I'm ready when you are." And before Izuku could take a step, Izuku felt pain. He's like, "Ugh!" with a voice saying, "So, you finally accepted to do the right thing and show the truth to the light. To not take away, to show those evildoers what? To bring them to light. To show true justice. To, even if it makes you the villain of everyone's eyes. To bring justice to all. I am thou. Thou art I. Call upon my name, and we shall make a contract." Instantly, a mask appeared in front of Izuku's face. With a yell, with a scream in pain and yell, as if as if something was shackling him down, or something that was stopping him to not even move forward. He was about to rip the mask, and then he saw another version of himself, with yellow eyes, with the same outfit he's wearing, but everything inverted, like white and black and red. With him just smiling, saying, "So, you finally decided to take a risk and not be afraid of sharing your heart to others." With then smiles and just says, and everything was like, and I forgot to say this, but everything was slowed down, like time stopped. With Izuku looking at him, saying, "You are me, and I am you," and pretty much Izuku just knows what to do. With him just smiling. He lets go of the mask, but his eyes starts changing to yellow. Not as in a way of being angry, but instead Izuku just sees the eyes of his other self. And Izuku says, "I am you." And with the other inverted Izuku says, "And you are me." And pretty much Izuku just smiles and saying, "We are each other. We," and pretty much in unison saying, "are one." And as if time continued from where it last left off, flames erupted from where Izuku was. Flames of blue. And there, we see Izuku like this. Of course, the sword on him is kind of like how he wears it as a knight. He has no mask. He only has a hood on over himself. Only as if the hood was supposed to mask his own face from the shadows. Izuku just continues talking, saying, I show the truth from the shadows within. I am the shadows that control the lies to show the truth. And in such calm words, saying, I summon thee, Yamato! Instantly, his persona, Yamato, appears. And as if the winds were controlled by him, the winds rushed and blew away every shadow away from him. Everyone's shocked, even the doctor, saying, no, this can't be! This was not supposed to happen! With Izuku just looking at him saying, believe it, old man, I ain't going down without a fight. And Izuku just raised his sword. Instantly, he just looks at it, just smiles, saying, something tells me that there's more to Mitsuai of everything else I've known. I guess I should learn more about the personas and stuff. Alright, let's go! And the man just looks at him in awe, and his dull eyes that looked empty and hopeless is replaced with something that he thought would never feel again. Hope, happiness, amazement. All of these feelings at once. And he sees the boy that has blue flames within him that are surrounding him as if he was something that the gods send to help. And just by the look of him, he knew the kid was going to go far. And we skip ahead to where Izuku was getting chased by shadows with other people in front of him. Other people just running, saying, run! Every man for himself! Someone, please help me! Even one guy is comedically yelling, saying, I'm too young to die! With another one saying, I'm just a virgin! Please, God, help me! With a woman just saying, I'm too beautiful to die, please! This is called a sin! With, of course, everyone just nagging and just running towards the front. With Izuku just having a tick mark saying, damn it! If I'd known this would happen, I wouldn't have even tried to help him. With the guy next to him saying, that's bullshit. I know you would have, something tells me you would have helped all of them either way. Izuku just mutters, yeah, you probably are right. Basically, going to the front of the gate, of course, let's just say, yes, they all escaped. And the thing is, luckily, the guards can't leave the palace. With every person leaving and are able to leave and just are out of the gates and pretty much on the other side of the bridge, well, like drawbridge. Everyone huffing and puffing, saying, oh dear God, oh my God. With then the guy with blue hair, like blue flames for hair, looks at him saying, huh, damn kid, I guess you really are a godsend. He's saying, what? What are you talking about? I was just doing what any other hero would do. With pretty much the guy looks at the kid saying, Besides, how rude of me. I forgot to ask. What's your name? With Izuku saying, well, what's yours? The guy saying, I asked first. Izuku saying, and I saved your ass. With the guy saying, touche. With, of course, him saying, my name is Oboro Shirakumo. Nice to meet you. Izuku saying, oh, my name is, Izuku, of course, not, of course, nervous to say the name, with the guy saying, if I remember correctly. With Oboro saying, if I remember correctly, that crazy bastard said your name was Izuku, right? Well, anyways, thanks, Izuku. You really saved us. You're a true hero, man. Of course, Izuku was too shocked and to speak. Someone calling him a hero. Izuku was happy, but something in him. But then he felt something wet on his eyes, like something falling down from his face. He pretty much puts his hand where it fell, and he notices that it's tears. He's crying. Izuku saying, just thinking, I always wanted someone to say that to me. Ever since I was a kid. And some random guy I just saved called me a hero. And then he looks at his hand. And then gets a flashback about how it was filled with it was stained by blood. And then he clenched it as the flashback was quickly gone, as it began. With the guy saying, again, seriously, thanks. But how are we gonna get here? How are we gonna get out of here? The whole city looks empty. How are we gonna... Where is everyone? The whole city is empty. Izuku saying, oh, that's because we're not in the city. The guy and some people that were close enough to him are confused, with one of them saying, what do you mean? The city's right over there. Izuku saying, he just shakes his head saying, no. In reality, we're in someone else's mind. They're subconscious, you know? Everyone hearing this were shocked. Some were in despair, some were in disbelief, some were curious for some reason of how they got there. With the guy saying, no. So that's what that bastard did to me. Izuku confused saying, huh? What do you mean? With pretty much, here we go, a bit of flashback. I don't remember how Oboro got taken or died, so I'm just gonna make my own. I haven't read like the manga or anything. I haven't watched the anime in a long ass time, so if I get it wrong and like everything not canon, sorry. Oops, sorry. Sorry for not getting it right. So yeah. So we go back to when Oboro was becoming a hero. Was in a hero in training, and he was in his his internship. And of course, he says goodbye to his friends. One named Aizawa. And I forgot the name of President Mike. I forgot his name. Wait, let me search it up real quick. Okay, it's Hizashi. So basically, yes. And saying saying goodbye and telling them that he'll see them later to both Hizashi and Aizawa. And he goes on a train and goes to wait for his internships. Goes to the building to where he's supposed to be interviewing for his internships to be a hero. Of course, he still has the goggles on at this point. So basically, he just has his briefcase, his backpack, and is just reading a book about like hero laws, and even is listening to music. And of course, the train stops. Simple as that. And then he goes to it seems to be the location of it. And he makes it there. Nothing bad, nothing not too serious. And then he sees the hero that he was supposed to be interviewing with. The hero, let's just say it's a random hero, like some in the top 20, you know? And everything went well for most of 3 days, but on the fourth day, things were not too kindly for Oboro. You want to know why? Well, then. One, because a few villains attacked the agency. And two, Oboro was somewhere else, and he didn't know about this confrontation. Within instantly, he just comes back, getting all the groceries, getting everything prepared. And when he sees the whole entire place destroyed and only one hero left, he's shocked and asks, "What the hell happened? Where's everyone? What the hero saying? They're all dead." With Oboro saying, "What? All my friends, my sidekicks, my agency, all gone." Oboro saying, "But who did this?" With the man saying, "I don't know, but Oboro, is it okay if we have a walk while the police and the other heroes are searching?" Of course, I forgot to say this, but there was ambulances, there was police officers, there was also firemen there. Some with quirks for like water and stuff like that. Not powerful ones, but good enough, you know. With then, of course, he agrees, and they go walk toward somewhere else, which was suspiciously far from the place. With then, the hero says, "He is here, as I promised. Now let her go. Let them go, please." With then a voice appeared, but before that, Oboro says, who are you? What are you talking?" Of course, before he even finishes, the voice says, "Ah, yes. Yeah. You can have them back. Your children." Instantly, instantly, the hero went and hugged them. With both of the children who were scared, just hugging and crying it. With Oro confusing, "What the hell's going on?" The hero saying, "Oboro, I'm sorry, but I had no choice." Oboro confusing, "What are you talking about?" With the voice saying, "Do not fret, child." Instantly, Oboro turns around saying, "Who are you?" The man saying, "You can call me All for One." And Oboro, correct? "I have a keen interest for you. And oh, you will love the interview that I will give you." Before he even said anything, the man put his hand on his head and blacked out. The only thing that he could remember, that's it. And then he ended up here being tortured for the rest of his life, and that's basically it. He can't remember anything else. Izuku shocked hearing this. Of course, he's in his Phantom Thief attire, just letting you know, which is for now this one. I said for now because it's gonna look different soon, because you'll be surprised. But anyways, of course, Izuku shocks him. How can does that mean that you are something of a ghost, or your psychological mind was transferred to him? And his mind became a torture barrier chamber where he tortures the psyche of others, and maybe even this is just a piece of your psyche, so so you can forget about your own free will and everything. Where does the man say? I don't know. But do you know a way out? Izuku say, yeah, I do. With instantly saying, everyone huddle up. Of course, everyone listens to him, and he takes out his phone with people, like, of course, some people confused, some people um, just like doubting him and stuff in a way. But then Izuku just presses the button, and everything was being distorted. Izuku saying, everything should be better now. Oh. And when he searched around, he's confused because no one was around him. No one was there, which confused him. With then, of course, Izuku saying, okay. Huh. Maybe there were ghosts. Yeah, ghosts. Sure, Izuku. You're probably going insane. But then he starts thinking, that might not be far off. Since the guy was literally the devil himself in a way, so. Instantly he looks at the hospital that he used to go as a kid, and hell, he even visited his friends most of the time to see their recovery. All for it to be just lies. His friends that he knew were never really his friends. Everything was so cruel. He even just chuckled. Not the type of chuckle that's like, oh, happy go friendly. It's like just chuckling at how messed up life can be. Of course, he shook it off and just continued walking. And of course, the next day, he bumped in. He went to school like normal, and but that's the thing. The night before, nothing happened. The the smoky man didn't appear. Well, that's what Izuku calls him. He already knows his name, Kurogiri. Yeah, he already knows his name. It's just that he really doesn't care and just calls him Smoky Man. With then, of course, Izuku just casually walks to school. With then, of course, Izuku pretty much sees the board, and it says about the Phantom Thieves. Basically the same thing for Kamoshida, and basically sees the other thing. What did I miss? And basically, pretty much Morgana explained about the calling card, everything, pretty much. Izuku saying, oh, that's really smart. With pretty much saying, so, who's the one that did it? Pretty much Ryuji saying, yo. In just a casual way. And he's like, it's pretty badass, don't you think? And just doing that stupid smile with Izuku saying, if you talk that loud, people will suspect you for doing that, right? With Ryuji just kind of slumping, saying, you don't have to be mean. With, of course, Kamoshida kind of scolds them because he thinks it's them. With Izuku just saying, to be honest, I was at home and even visiting some family friends. So I wasn't here for like 2 days or so. In a way, to be honest. With basically, of course, kind of the same thing as canon happens about the inner Kamoshida saying like, you filth. Try to take my treasure if you can. And basically, everything as canon happens. And basically, they defeat Kamoshida and change his heart. With, of course, the Phantom Thieves were shocked that Izuku's Phantom Thief attire, the one that I showed you originally about the hood and stuff, basically, of course, shocked, but then says, what? That's a weird looking mask. Izuku saying, what mask? Would then instantly Ren takes out a phone and just shows a picture, like almost like a reflection, you can say, and it shows this mask Izuku is wearing. Izuku saying, "Huh? What the?" With everyone confusing, what? You never seen the mask you before? With Izuku saying, no, I never did. Really, I summoned it without ripping a mask. With everyone shocked, even Morgana saying, "That's impossible. How could you summon your persona without a mask? That's that's unorthodox. That's unheard of." Izuku saying, "I don't know either, but really, it's just so weird." Of course, getting the treasure and everything goes as canon pretty much. And basically, same thing about Kamoshida. We skip about the next day about Ren pretty much selling the medal. Everything goes as canon. And the reason why I am pushing it forward. Oh, you guys are gonna love this part right here. With then pretty much the same thing as canon, except just for An and Ryuji. Izuku is in it, pretty much enjoying all the food. And of course, everyone's shocked that Izuku is able to eat that much. And of course, Izuku's saying, "I'm going for another serving. You guys want anything?" With Morgana just seeing at him, looking at him, saying, Izuku, how are you able to eat that much?" Izuku just says, I just can, and I don't know why, but I could. I always could eat a lot more than usual for some reason. I don't know why. So he just walks towards the place with all you can eat, and basically he just puts on headphones and listens to music, and basically just gets all the food and stuff. With then, oh wait, sorry, need to do something real quick. With basically him just pretty much getting food with people around him looking like they're shocked, amazed. Some even like are just giddy with excitement. Hell, even some people were just shocked, like with others surprised. Izuku, just confused and not even paying attention where he's going, bumps into someone. And he turns, of course, he dropped the food not on them, but basically on the floor, with everyone looking at him like in pure disgust and pure annoyance. Of course, Izuku looked around, was about to say, sorry, wasn't paying attention where I was going. And before he could even continue, he looked at a woman that had red hair. And one that was pretty much covering one of her eyes, and the other one that looked like it was pretty much looking at him deep in his soul. For some reason, Izuku's had one tear going down his cheek. And even the woman, for some reason, also had a tear going down her cheek. No one noticed this, let's say. But of course, she says, I have an interest in you, boy. May I ask what your name is? Izuku saying, "Oh, Izuku Midoriya, ma'am. May I ask who you are?" "Oh, how rude of me. I am Mitsuru Kirijo." And that's where I'm gonna leave it off. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a wonderful day, wonderful night. And basically, good night and have a wonderful day wherever you guys all are. Goodbye.